I love to see the magpies walking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea. I love to hear the magpies talking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea. Gargles music in his throat, dances in his formal coat. He pokes about and grabs a worm and pops it down his throat. He tilts his head and walks, and as they stroll they talk. Sounds like shunting railway carriages or blackboard scratched with chalk. I love to see the magpies walking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea. I love to hear the magpies talking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea. And they all come dressed for tea, and they wait so patiently. We have a chat, they chase the cat or watch me from a tree. And to them life is a song, in my garden they belong, with the little willy wagtail or the cheeky currawong. I love to see the magpies walking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea. I love to hear the magpies talking in me garden, sit by the window and have a cup of tea.
In a tree by the silent creek, the lonely mopoke cries, but his run is left too late, and the field mouse dies. In a flash, the mirror breaks, sending ripples through the skies, and the pretty silver fish is the darter's prize. Oh, the pelican drifts in endless flight, and the coolabah shivers in the wind tonight. The dealer takes his place, and he calls the gambler's name, and he lays the cards face down for the final game. And the stakes are running high as the dealer makes his call, and the gambler takes his throw and loses all. Let me lay above the stony earth, hear the final cry of the parrot's mirth. Stately tree, read a verse from the holy book to comfort me. For my time is running out, like the ebbing of the tide. Place my pistol in my hand and stay by my side. The pelican drifts in endless flight, and the coolabah shivers in the wind tonight.
tell you Queensland is a place of heat and dust. That ain't at all exactly true, believe me if you must. 'Cause it snows at Wallangarra and up past Girraween, and if you go there in the winter time you'll feel just what I mean. The wind comes up from New South Wales, it ain't exactly nice, because it brings upon its blast big mobs of snow and ice. You'll shiver all the flaming night and all the chilly day, despite your thermal underwear if you go down Yuki Way. Yes, you can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. If you should walk down High Street all empty and forlorn on a foggy day in August, just at the break of dawn, well, you'll come upon the pawnbrokers, a dreadful frightening sight. The 3 brass balls have all dropped off and vanished in the night. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. The kangaroos have all gone north until the winter's over. They won't be back from Mossman till the middle of October. The only sound of wildlife is the awful quacking shriek of stupid ducks as they come to land in icy Quart Pot Creek. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. So back up to the big log fire and warm your frozen bum, and toast the good old summertime in pints of Bundy rum. Course they talk about the heat and dust and tropics lush and green, the silly folk who've never froze to death at Girraween. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July.
You can take his word for it,
too right,
hang him if he lies, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. The monkeys sing soprano
around Stanthorpe in July.
White box and pine on the ridges afar, where the ironbark and blue gum and peppermint are. There is many another, but dearest to me, and the king of them all was the stringy bark tree. Then of stringy bark saps were the walls of the hut, and from stringy bark saplings the rafters were cut, and the roof that long sheltered my brothers and me was of broadsheets of bark from the stringy bark tree. And when sawn timber homes were built out in the west, and for walls and for ceilings his wood was the best, and for shingles and palings to last while men be, there was nothing on earth like the stringy bark tree. Far up the long gullies the timber trucks went, over tracks that seemed hopeless by bark hut and tent, and the gaunt timber finder who rode at his ease led them on to a gully of stringy bark trees. Now still from the ridges by ways that are dark come the shingles and palings they call stringy bark, Though you ride through long gullies, and 12 months you'll see but the old whitened stumps of the stringy bark tree. There's the white box and pine on the ridges afar, where the ironbark and blue gum and peppermint are. There is many another, but dearest to me, and the king of them all was the stringy bark tree. The king of them all was the stringy bark tree.
Clock's ticking in the hall, roosters in the garden crowing. I can smell bacon fried in the pan. Dad's out on the veranda, shining up his shoes, and everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow, Mac is on the radio. It's Sunday morning, it's Sunday morning, and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. Old clock's ticking in the hall, sun comes creeping, peeping. Dogs are chasing chickens round the yard. Mom's there in the kitchen, baking up some bread, and everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow. Macca's on the radio. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning, and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. Clock's ticking in the hall, breeze is softly blowing. Kookaburras are greeting the dawn. Sister's in the bathroom, well, she could be there all day, but everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow. Macca's on the radio. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. The world's a better place come Sunday morning.
The apple of the Spaniard's eye, the toast of Barcelona. Actor born at convict ship, fleeced and all alone now. Treated like a piece of meat, your illusions they could shatter. MacArthur rammed it onto you, it didn't matter. Marino, Marino, te quiero, Marino, 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 bonito Marino. Elizabeth did all the work while he and his mates got plastered. A lousy gringo on the land is just a rotten bastard. Whether you believe this tale, with which I will regale ya, a sheep's life was not much chop in the old days in Australia. Marino, Marino, te quiero, Marino, 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 bonito Marino. Bloody chic. We're a nation built on Anzac tales and feats of Victor Trumper. Near and far in every bar, let's praise the woolly jumper. Marino, Marino, te quiero, Marino, 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 bonito Marino, 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 te quiero, Marino, 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 bonito Marino.
Marino, I just shot a sheep called
Marino, Marino. old Marino.
Some folk sprays me, some folk baits me. I'm a cockroach, everybody hates me. Underneath the fridge where it's dark and gloomy, I've got a house that's warm and roomy, chock full of spiders, crumbs and dust, the odd dead fly and the odd dry crust. Skin of a banana and a greasy spoon, there's enough food here to last till June. Every now and then, though, just for a lark, I take a little stroll in the night when it's dark, race along the carpet, scuttling along, hoping that I don't get whacked by a thong, underneath the stove and in through a chink where the plaster's missing at the bottom of the sink. In the cupboards of the kitchen I have friends in dozens, aunties and uncles, in-laws, cousins, some of them American, some of them are German, some of them are Aussies, and we're all called vermin. One smells sugar and sets off to track it, another eats a hole in the cornflake packet, someone left the lid off the biscuit tin, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 climb in. I can't believe it, it's the meal of my dreams, chocolate Monties and custard creams. But night's nearly over now, it's almost dawn. Back to the fridge again, stifling a yawn. Sleep all day and watch and wait, give a wide berth to the cockroach bait. We're all survivors, flourishing still in spite of flick and rent-a-kill. Spray us with Mortein, Peebo, Baygon. We'll go for a while, but we're not going to stay gone. You're the ones feeding us, giving us a home, making us immortal in the lines of this poem. Francis of Assisi would have called us his brothers, with the birds and the bees and the trees and the others. Noah let 2 of us into the ark. There were 14,000 when we came to disembark. Remember these words, you've heard them before, but it won't do any harm if you hear them once more. Love all creatures, great and small. That includes the cockroach, most of all. And clean out your drawers and your cupboards and such, and me and my mates won't bother you much.
Well, I love it.